Administration. Administration in EasyPQQ is basically the settings. So set up for any customization you would like in terms of your sectors that you work in, the types of work you work in, and your bid classifications. Also in here we've got the area where you manage clients, and this is where you would set up your client logo when you're working on a bid, so that that logo, depending on the setup of your styling and branding in EasyPQQ, the client logo can automatically appear on all the pages and on the covers and dividers of your submission if required. So if I click Manage Clients, I'll have my list of clients listed here. If I click on the client name, there's no logo listed. Now this list you can either create new clients here. If I just click Cancel Edit, I could set up my client details and fill in their contact information, or when we're in Create a Bid, or also in the contracts database, if we ever set up a new client within any of these areas, they automatically get stored back up here, and vice versa. So if I just click on my test client that I have here, we've got their name and their office location. We can have multiple offices if we want, so I could create another office location and then I would save changes. If I want to upload the client logo, it shows me here that I don't have a logo uploaded. So I'll click Upload Logo. Choose File or Browse, depending on the browser that you're using. Find the logo on your PC. Double click and click Load Image. I'll just make that a little bit larger. If for argument's sake the logo is too big or too small and just doesn't fit into the parameters of this grid that we've created, you can click Resize Image, and it will automatically scale it down or up, as the case may be, to fit into that box. If it's still sitting, if it was very small logo and it's still sitting up in the corner, if I click the center icon or any of these directional tools here, it will bring it into place. I'll give the logo or the client a name for that logo, and I'll save the image. OK. Now if I click on my test client, their logo is in there, whereas previously it wasn't. You can download it at any time, or if you need a different logo, you can click Upload Logo. And that's the client logo listed on there. Underneath Manage Clients, we've got Manage Contacts. And this will give you a list of all the contact people at any of your client locations. We've got one. I could add another name. And the mobile number. I can set them if they're just a key contact or if they were the main contact with it. I don't have to set these, and then I can click Add New Contact. Now when I click on my test client, I've got 2 contacts within there. Manage Bid Sectors. Now the sectors is very important within EasyPQQ, because within the search database of EasyPQQ you can filter your results down. So if you typed in a certain keyword or a phrase or words, it will bring back everything it has within the system. Then there is an area where you can refine and filter these results down further. One of them is your bid sectors. Bid sectors is very important because you've got so many different sectors that you can work in, and responses to certain questions within bids could differ greatly between the different type of sector or the area of work that you're working in. So I've got construction and financial here. Well, these would be 2 very different types of sectors. So how do we create and set up our sectors on EasyPQQ? I'll type in the name. So I'm going to just type Demo Sector and Add New. And it appears there, and it's alphabetical. If I click back on my demo sector, I've got an option to add subsectors. Just type it in here and Add New. I can add as many subsectors as I need. So when you're filtering down or when you're setting up a bid, you will select Demo Sector as your main sector, and then I could tick, if it was multidiscipline work you were going for, I could select as many options as that as I wanted. So I'll just set up a third subsector here and add new. Manage types of work. EasyPQQ has a list of default types of work that we've already got in the system. If you do not want to show these, select yes here that you want to omit the default types of work, and the list is clear, or you can leave them on. Manage types of work, you just put in the name in this field and add new. Types of work is single tiered, so there is no option to do multi-tier types of work. However, you can put as many in here as you want, and they are a multi-tick option further on when you're using it within the system. Manage bid classifications. This is the types of bid submissions that you might work on: PQQ, RFI, ITT, EOI, and so forth. Once again, EasyPQQ has a default list of classifications within it, so if you wanted to add another one, for argument's sake, expression of interest isn't on the default list. So I have to give it a short name and a long name. So the short name would be EOI and the long name would be expression of interest. And then add new. That will now appear in our classifications when we're going to create a bid. Throughout EasyPQQ there are audit logs, and this shows every action that anybody has carried out. So this main audit log is system-wide. So as you can see, I just created a new document classification, types of work, sectors, subsectors. I logged in, I uploaded some collateral, and it's all date and time stamped. The other option for an audit log is the audit log by bid. I'd select the bid that I want to check on. So if I click on this one, and then it gives me just for that bid. Both of these audit logs are exportable, and you can do a date range as well if you need to check up on anything, and they export to Excel. So that's administration. So to recap on administration, it's your setup and settings. Manage clients, this is your client list and where you will upload the client logo. Manage the contacts within those clients. You can set up your bid sectors and your subsectors for use throughout EasyPQQ. Likewise, your bid types of work or your general types of work. We can add our bid classifications, and we have audit logs.